you folks and come up with the right wording for that sign, and I'll pop one in overnight. Great idea, thank you very much. The results that you see here, we're also preparing, so it's not just going to be a plan that goes out for discussion, it's going to be also a much nicer version of this, and saying, what we heard from you, so that people understand we're reacting to a community-based comment in the first place.
So Kevin, could you let us know, so 19%, is that the tennis courts? Could you take us through what it is? I think I've got it.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And then 18%, is that the large fenced-off leash dog area with grass?
You mean 16?
No, 18.
No, so 19, oh, let me double check. I should probably do it this way.
You didn't kind of use the same colors.
Yeah, I know. That's, well, my staff didn't use the same coloring, to be honest. So the fitness trail with exercise stations ranked the highest. And if you look at the actual data on the backside, you'll see the highest ranks there. The fenced off leash dog area is the second highest.
Then you have the tennis courts.
And then the tennis courts.
That equal Lookout Hill and gazebo.
Correct. Oh, and nature trails is in there at 7.
Sorry, I'm going to ask about the gazebo if you don't mind.
Yes.
Because I went to the park close to your house, Sandy. What's it called? This park there? I'm not sure.
Oh, Aquaview or something? No.
Yeah. Anyways, where's that area? 10th line and Aquaview maybe. It has a huge gazebo versus the mini gazebo we have at our Carmel Creek Park.
Okay.
So when you talk gazebo, are you talking mini gazebo or are you talking that huge gazebo similar to the other park that you have?
It will depend on final location and money. So the size of the gazebo, I can't say precisely just now because it's going to be based on what's it going to cost us.
Okay.
You pay per square foot almost, in a sense.
But when you get your plan,
It's going to show it, yes.
It's going to show, yeah, because I was wondering what makes that decision, like why did we get, not that I'm complaining, I'm saying we have a gazebo, we're happy, but it's more practical for birthdays and events for families in the park versus the gazebo in case it rains versus, I remember here it's like very small.
And again, it's, given the costs involved, and sometimes that's what dictates the exact size.
All right.
And given we're on a bit of a hill with clay, it could impact the size for sure, but I won't know until we get a detailed design done.
Got it.
And this is about confirming our final concept. I moved to detailed design after that.
Understood.
One important aspect that you discussed at our November meeting was barium in the soil. Could you tell us a little bit about that and why we won't need to dig?
Well, so actually, as you heard previously, excavated soils from this site are moving to Francois Dupuis. This is a massive benefit for actually the entire community because there's a cost saving. I don't believe we found anything in the neighborhood of barium.
Okay, what was it then?
Vanadium. Vanadium is what I believe we found. It's still, it's at a low level. It is something that is not brought in by man sources or human activity. However, it just so happens the same soil exists at Francois Dupuis. So from a Ministry of Environment and Climate Change perspective, for us to take soil from one spot and put it in another and put a soccer field on the top, Bob's your uncle, good to go. So we're actually going to get more out of this for this community than had we just shipped it away.
That's for the roadway.
Yeah.
Okay, but the number of people that's recommended soccer courts was 4.
Yeah.
So we don't have a large demand for that in our community because we have across the street Millennium Sports Park.
Exactly.
With 4 or 5 or 6, whatever. Maybe
A very large amount.
A large
yes.
amount.
Small one where
yeah. And then we have a small one that's not utilized, or very seldomly utilized, so soccer wasn't a high priority in the community.
Correct.
And another thing that was not highly, and that's why I find the numbers interesting, was the Lookout Hill. We did not have a high number of people to the Lookout Hill, and the only reason we need the Lookout Hill is we need to take our soils and to build it up.
That's right.
Considering that we won't need to, we're going to have next to Francois Dupuis, where we can dump the soils, we won't need to build the Lookout Hill.
Correct. That is, it's just a pure benefit of that we didn't say in the consultation one or the other or one's required because of that. I put items in there so that if I had to build a giant berm to bury our sins, so to speak, as in soils that are too expensive to ship, we had a solution. It's not needed. In fact, the park works, if you look at the nature of the works here, I don't expect we'll have to really take any soils away from the actual park construction itself. The heaviest soil movement is from the roadworks, because they have to go down a couple of meters. If you think about it, a tennis court, really, we will only excavate a couple of feet in depth. That is something that I can incorporate into the rest of my works.
Could you send this to us electronically?
You are going to get a polished, nice version of it along with the consultation materials.
Okay, excellent.
And it'll be bilingual and accessible as well.
Super.
And my note to take home, Sean, is that make the colors match. Sorry about that.
Okay. So we will receive a more detailed plan just before the 15th, is it?
Yes, I'll be ready for the 15th, but I'm going to try and go live with survey stuff, so your link goes out even a day of the 15th or day before.
Cool.
Okay?
So if you could send that to Sandy and Naeem.
Oh, yes, of course,
That'd be
you're
great.
right. Absolutely.
Thank you. So just in summary, number one was the fitness trail with the exercise station.
Yeah.
Number two was the large fenced-off leash dog area with grass surface. There's been a huge demand for that.
Yes.
Number three is the tennis courts, huge demand for that. Number four is the nature trails, which is consistent with, and with picnic tables and that, which we've had a lot of.
Well, especially we're planning perhaps even some small, where appropriate, some interpretive signage along there.
Cool. And the last one is gazebo shade structure area.
Consider that a gathering spot, like a good place to sit
Yeah.
down, have a picnic, relax.
So a few tables and,
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
or a few.
Or an AGM.
We'll probably get a better turnout. You know what, that's what we will do. We'll hold our May 3rd AGM there.
Well, what if it rains?
We'll have a gazebo.
Okay. Thank you very much, Kevin, for coming in and providing us with these early statistics so that the community can know what we might be able to expect in the park, the final park plan. Yes, Ms. Crossan, good question. Crossan.
Any electricity? Does electricity and services come up here? Water, electricity, anything?
No, we can't afford that. There will be no services coming up here. We do have services in the lower park, as you know. That's why it actually said tennis court, no lights on purpose, because it's beyond our funding. Pardon me.
Great. Okay, thank you for
Thank you.
that. Thank you also, Nathan, and I always have a problem with your first name, Edson, and colleagues for coming and making the presentation tonight. And with that being said, I would like to have a motion to adjourn the meeting. Peter, and seconded by
Myself?
Nathan. Naeem. Super.
Those not in favor?
What's the score?
Ranger 1, end of the first, it's okay.
1-0, okay.